So what does it mean when you seek God? What types of things start to happen? I've seeked God so many times. I've fallen and gotten back up and fallen again and gotten back up. Did other things, got distracted, then came back, It's never been a straight and narrow path. It's always been some things getting in the way when it comes to seeking God and really dedicating yourself to growing a healthy relationship with God, and not only God, with yourself. When you seek God, things start to fall away. Let's just be honest. Like, you really start to lose things, people. It literally shakes your world up. It's like an atomic bomb just got let off on your whole foundation, rattled everything up, destroyed things, broke things down to nothing. You start to lose friends, lose people you thought were family. Literally, it changes you. Some people mistake, when they seek God, they think things are supposed to be all flowers and gold, but it is a tough road. It's a tough road to say no to the things that you're used to. It's a tough road to walk away from certain things and people and habits. It's so challenging. You have to literally choose God over everything. You have to choose yourself. You have to do everything that makes you feel like the greatest version of yourself. And it might not be things that you necessarily want to do. God's going to make you get rid of things that you're addicted to. You're going to have to face those addictions, and you're going to have to get down to the root cause of what's the real problem here. Why am I smoking? Why am I drinking? Why am I lusting? Why am I wasting my time watching TV? Why am I wasting my time with people and in different places that I know I don't belong in, that I know I don't fit in, just because I don't want to be alone? God is going to isolate you. God's going to make you face the things that you're most afraid of, so that you can get down to the root cause of the issue, heal it, and get closer to God. You have to eliminate all the distractions. Some things you really do have to let go of. And 9 times out of 10, God's going to let go of the thing you feel most attached to, because you shouldn't want something more than you want your relationship with God, So for example, if you eat a lot of food and you just binge eat, and it's very unhealthy, and it makes you lazy, gives you the itis, you're not productive, you spend more money on food than anything else, God's gonna be like, okay, well, you have to get rid of this. If you are the type of person that really loves your material possessions, he might tell you that you have to get rid of a lot of material possessions so that you're not so attached to that, that it becomes a detriment to you. Because we shouldn't put power in things. God has the power, not these things that we do, and not in people either. Seeking God is learning to love yourself in the deepest way. You're going to be pretty much knocked down to nothing. You're going to have to face those insecurities. God wants you to be happy, and he wants you to love who he created you to be. And it's really not easy, but I will say it is the most rewarding thing you'll ever experience. Like the amount of peace you get when you are engulfed in God, and it's literally just you and God. You will feel a sense of peace that you can't get anywhere else. You will feel so much peace, and it comes from within. I think one of the most important things God wants us to know is that everything we need is within us. And all you have to do is seek God, which is also in us. He's also in us. And I feel like if you seek God, then he's going to direct your path. And the path may be scary because it's unfamiliar. A lot of times we run away from the things that we are not used to. And we'd rather go to the things that are toxic for us, or the things that make us feel the most safe. But God is going to knock you out of that comfort zone, and he's going to make you face those fears whether it be, just a fear of being alone or fear of missing out on certain experiences, even if they might not be good experiences. A fear of really pushing yourself when it comes to working out, a fear of letting go of eating because it's more of an emotional thing than an actual eating thing. It's like you're eating your feelings away, eating your emotions down. It's really just not healthy. And a lot of people get upset and like, why don't I have what it is that I want yet? Why haven't I gotten that? Why haven't I gotten blessed with it yet? And it's because you're really attached to certain things, and God doesn't want you to blow it when you get it. If you're not clear enough to hear the voice of God and understand which path He wants you to take, then you're more likely to go in the wrong direction and possibly sabotage everything that He gave you. Honestly, it's such a roller coaster. It's definitely not linear. I feel like it's so many bumps in the road, and it's not meant to be easy. It's meant to build your character. I believe that's why God gives you free will, so that you can choose to do other things, experience the life that you want, whether it's with God and without. And if you choose to take the route without God and be distracted by all these worldly things, then you'll have those experiences to show you how it feels to really be of the world versus being of God. And then when you experience God, it'll show you how much more peaceful it is, how much more rewarding it is. Once you choose God and then you start letting go of those worldly things, you'll start to feel so much lighter. You'll start to feel full of God. And when I tell you, that is the most rewarding feeling ever. Honestly, there's nothing better than feeling the Spirit of God within and around you, surrounding you all the time. Too often we just live for ourselves when we need to be living for God who created us. This life is not promised to anybody. We don't know how long we're gonna have. And I don't know about you guys, but the biggest fear I have is when all this is done is to face God and God say there was so much more that you could have experienced in your life. There was so much more for you to do. That is my biggest fear, honestly. And I'm just a girl after God's heart. I'm just seeking Him in everything I do, because there is nothing more rewarding than to feel the Spirit of God around you and to walk on your individual divine path. It's going to be different for everyone, but don't be afraid of it, because God is going to guide you. If you want that promise to be kept, that promise of abundance, that promise of everlasting life, then you must walk on the path of God.